Couch Merlot in the building. Couch Merleezy. Couch Merleezy in the cheesy for steezy. Couch Merleezy in the cheesy for steezy. We in the building, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. How's everybody doing? How are you doing? You know what I'm saying? What's good with you? If you out there, what's good with you, man? If you are out there, what's good with you, man? What's good with you? Are you in the building? Press one, man. Last night's show. Did you come over to the channel, Gouch? I didn't see. I don't know what happened last night with the stream, man. When I moved over to OckNationNews.com, I don't know what happened with the stream. It didn't seem like a lot of people came over there. I was like, okay, I guess they don't. Guess they don't want to see the rest of the show. I don't know what happened. I was kind of like, what's going on, guys? We waiting on Candace Owens to keep doing her business. Candace Owens, why she not talking about the Hamas executing all these Palestinians? Candace is a grifter, man. Cause she don't care about them Palestinians. Hamas is literally executing hundreds of Palestinians right now. Candace ain't said a word about it. She don't care about that. Hamas is in control now, and Hamas is executing Palestinians like crazy. And everybody, and it's like, damn. So you only care, their lives only matter when Jews take them, man. I'm telling you, man, the grift is strong, man. He said, Hamas executing who? What if they need to be deleted? They're, they're executing Palestinian citizens, man. They're executing Palestinian citizens, man. They're executing Palestinian citizens, man. What are you talking about, man? These are civilians, man. They're executing civilians, Palestinian civilians over there, man. You talking about some maybe they need to be deleted. Damn, that's cold blooded, bro. That's cold blooded, man. That's cold blooded. That's tough, man. My man said maybe they need to be deleted. Damn. Anyway, man. Anyway, let me go ahead and yeah, okay, except for members. Okay, that's what happened. It was only members. I got it on free. This like right now, you should be able to watch for free. I don't know why I did that. Let me see something, man. I don't know why I said numbers only last night. I wasn't trying to bait and switch y'all, man. It'd be a lot of bugs with this. I'd be working a lot of stuff out. With this AI, this AI guy. I'm gonna see if I can fix that today, man. Uh, um, cause yeah, I don't like that, man. Let me see something right now. I'm gonna see right now if it's. Yeah, it's a lot of bugs with this shit. What the fuck? Man, don't worry, man. We figuring it out, man. Don't worry, we figuring it out. But yeah, um, I wanted to. Don't worry, we figuring it out. We figuring it out. Um, don't worry about it. I'm getting it. I'm figuring it out. Yeah. Well, I mean, it's the it's the AI guy that's helping me build the site. So it's like it'd be some stuff that's lost in translation, but the site is pretty good right now so far. I'm working out the kinks. I'm working the kinks out, man. I'm working the kinks out, man. You know what I'm saying? I'm working the kinks out. All right, man. Let's get it. Let's get it started, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Thank you, man, for hitting that like button, man. We going in, man. I can't believe it tried to make y'all that I was wondering. I was like, damn, what is going on with this? Why is it doing that? Why is there not enough people coming over here? I was wondering that last night.
Top teacher in the state, Abdul Wright, will now spend more than 14 years in prison. Wright was sentenced today after a judge found him guilty of sexually abusing his middle school student right after being named Teacher of the Year. Our Sammy Salina was in court today and joins us now live with the latest. Sammy?
Yeah, Jennifer, that former Teacher of the Year was sentenced to more than 14 years behind bars, and now the family says they feel a sense of vindication. Abdul Wright will spend 14 years behind bars for assaulting a then 14-year-old girl he was teaching at Harvard Best Academy. His legal team argued for a 12-year sentence, saying the former Minnesota Teacher of the Year is not a man beyond redemption. He's a father, son, friend, has zero criminal history, and has done a lot of good in his life.
Look at them. They always love the black teacher, don't they? The black male teacher. They look at it. This reminds me of the one in Minnesota a couple weeks ago. Remember him? The Tethernator? I bet you this guy's a tether too. Abdul. I bet you he's a tether too. Them white women love promoting some black men when it comes to academia, man. Yeah, he has zero criminal history. Yeah, because he hadn't gotten caught yet. Look at this, man. If you want to come up, man, you're welcome to come up, man. I know somebody got on me the other day about not doing daytime streams anymore. Listen, man, I've been working hard trying to build this site, man. This site has enthralled me for the last 2 weeks, man. Okay. I'm ready. I'm trying to build my own thing, and it's still not finished. Yeah, if you want to come up, the link is right there, man. If you would like to come up and join me on the panel, the link is right there. Salute to everybody out there that did all the daytimers, man. I haven't really been trying to, do y'all dirty, man, by not coming on here lately. But it just happens to be like that, man. It happened to be like that, man. Salute to everybody out there, man. Everybody hit that like button, man. Smash that like button. Smiggity smash. Look at the way she looking at him. Like, oh my God, I can't believe one of them actually qualified for this position. All these liberal white women blinded by their wokeness. Blinded by their wokeness. Blinded by their wokeness. Putting children in danger. Blinded by their wokeness. Just straight up and down blinded. They so busy trying to check boxes. So busy trying to check boxes that they overlook. Like, yo, is this dude even from this country? Is he like, and I want to show you something. I want to show you something. I want to show you something, guys. How these liberal white women blinded by their wokeness, and not just liberal white women, but women in general. Like, you see the way they're looking at this guy? See the way they're looking at this black guy? I want to show you I want to show you something. Look at this. It's the same way they were looking at this guy. Not me, but it's this guy right here. Look at the way they look at him. Women, it's nothing but women making these hiring decisions in these schools. Nothing but women. Nothing but women. And they all went to these schools, they all went to colleges and learned about DIA and racial quotas and intersectionality and the disparities and racial and all this race crap, right? So when this guy comes rolling along, all he's got to do, all he's got to be able to do is spell cat. If he can spell cat, he's got the job. And don't let him be super charismatic and fucking, super cat and a good teacher, because I'm sure these guys are great teachers. That's probably what gets them in the door. They great teachers. They still scumbags.
Abdul Wright will spend 14 years behind bars for assaulting a then 14-year-old girl he was teaching at Harvard Best Academy. His legal team argued for a 12-year sentence, saying the former Minnesota Teacher of the Year is not a man beyond redemption. He's a father, son, friend, has zero criminal history, and has done a lot of good in his life.
Minnesota Teacher of the Year. God damn.
Prosecutors argued for more time, saying Wright used his accolades to aid in his abuse. Wright told the court today he is deeply sorry and will take full responsibility for the harm he has caused. After his statement, the judge told him she never knows what to believe from him.
Is he an African? I hope he's FBA. I hope he's an FBA. But in Minnesota got a lot of tethers up there, man. I'm rooting for him to be FBA, though, man. I'm rooting for him to be FBA, man. So we can dunk on some FBA, man. Shout out to my man. You had to hit refresh to find us, Gauch Milo. Where did you have to hit refresh to find us at?
Saying she hopes he's genuine, but doesn't find him credible.
I think I do want to pursue legal action, even though it was 7 years ago.
The judge says the most honest he has been was in a recorded phone call played to the court. This was taken by the victim's mother.
Is there any way, you could please not do that?
After serving his sentence, Wright will need to register as a predatory offender. The victim's father told me that it's the sentence that he earned. It's a long time coming, and we feel vindicated. It's one step in a long healing process. Her family is also suing the school, saying there should have been more supervision over Wright. Their attorneys applaud the sentence. Now, in a statement from the school, they said that they are thankful that Wright is being held accountable. Back to you.
It's a surprising twist today in a Hudson courtroom. The second former Hudson teacher charged with sexual assault of a teen she nannied and his friend unexpectedly waived her preliminary hearing.
Lou Raguse was in the courtroom when it happened, and he joins us now with an update on the case and where they go from here. Lou?
Abigail Faust has multiple ongoing cases. This one came to light after she was charged with sexual misconduct involving a fifth-grade student. A Minnesota family for whom she was a nanny saw those news reports and were suspicious of her relationship with their teenage son. She's charged in Minnesota with criminal sexual conduct for allegedly having sex with.
Yo, nobody, and I mean nobody, sleeps with minors more than white women. If you know, you know. Nobody. And I mean, there's nobody in their stratosphere. Nobody's in their stratosphere. I could do a story like this every single day, but I just don't do it, man. I don't do it, but yeah, shout out VVS. I see you with the CC logo. Yo, Necroverse. It's a fact, man. There's a story like this every single day. I don't cover it because it's like I'm more about crime, like street crime and shit like that. If I wanted to cover this, white women as teachers, in that teacher role, when they're in that teacher administrator role, oh my God. Like, it's like unbelievable. It's uncanny how many of them go to prison for sleeping with the little boys. It's uncanny. No, I'm not saying, listen, here y'all go with the not all shit. Look into it. I'll tell you this. Look into it. Just Google, go in any search bar. I don't care if it's Facebook, Twitter, and put in teacher sleeping with students or teacher arrested for conduct with students. Teacher, yo, listen, they does that. No, you can find a lot of stories about Sunmen knocking down teens. Yes, you can. But not more than white women. White women, it's a thing, man. It's a thing. I thought you guys knew that, but it's a thing, man. Listen, man, I cover all these stories. I see. Listen, I could do this story every day. Yeah, they be having husbands. Yep. Just look into it. I'm telling you, it's uncanny. It's the darndest thing. It's the darndest thing. I know you guys are probably like, not my sweet white woman, not my angel belle, not my southern belle. Yeah, I got you. She fucks her kids. She fucks her students. 90 going north.
The 15-year-old at the family's home. She's also facing a long relationship with their teenage son. She's charged in Minnesota with criminal sexual conduct for allegedly having sex with the 15-year-old at the family's home. She's also facing a long list of charges in Wisconsin for allegedly having sex with him at her house, plus sending nude photos and soliciting photos from him. In addition, she's accused of having sex with a second teen, the boy's friend. In Wisconsin, there's usually a preliminary hearing where an officer testifies about the allegations so the judge ensures there's enough evidence for the case to move forward to a trial. But today, Faust decided to waive that hearing, so she will be arraigned and trial dates will be set.
Do you understand that by waiving your right to a preliminary hearing, you're absolutely not waiving any of your other rights? Attorney Nelson's going to hold the state to its burden of proof, and he'll do that well. But if I accept your waiver, he's going to be given that opportunity, and essentially the case will move forward. So you understand that?
Yes.
Now, Faust is scheduled to be back in court in Hudson on
Dude.
So we're here today for a plea hearing. Is that still the plan?
That is, Your Honor. We have followed Madison Bergman's case through every step of the legal process, from the initial reporting that she'd sexually assaulted an 11-year-old child to the tacking on of more and more charges to revelation.
Yo, I'm telling you, man, they are, when it comes to this, there's nobody in their league. Yo, it's nobody. And I did a video. I don't know if it was a year, 2 years ago, or a year ago. I don't know, whatever. I did a video where I chronicled a lot of it. I mean, it's so much of it, though. It's so much of it. This is like their thing. They do this so often. He said, I do believe in both. Yeah, but I'm talking about who does it more. I'm talking about who does it more. Who gets caught more? Who has more? Like, who gets caught more? Who has more cases of this in the news? Yeah, I'm sure the sisters do this. I know sisters. I know kids who sisters, who their teachers, they slept with their female teachers. Unfortunately, I didn't. I probably could have if I wasn't such an airhead. I probably was missing the signals. But yeah, man.
Of just how deep her obsession with a 5th grade student went. Well, now, after initial denials, she has changed her plea, agreeing to admit her guilt to multiple heinous sex crimes. We're taking a closer look at the biggest moments from her plea hearing, plus
Damn it.
charges that a fellow teacher at the same school is still facing. Welcome to Sidebar, presented by Law and Crime. I'm Jesse Weber. Madison Bergman is a name you probably recognize if you follow us here on Sidebar. She resigned from Riverside Elementary School in St. Croix County, Wisconsin in May of 2024 after the victim's parents brought...
Okay? This is what they do, man. I know it's not pretty. 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 I know it's not pretty.
How do you feel knowing she was sneaking this child into your home?
The Illinois high school teacher accused of grooming and sexually assaulting a student is back in court. Is reality sinking in for Christina Formella?
She turned around and she kind of looked at the judge. Like, to me, she almost looked scared.
I look at the latest in the case and what happened inside and outside of the courtroom.
Yeah. Listen, man. I don't want all that in my algorithm. I don't want all that in my algorithm. So I'm leaving it. I'm leaving that out. I don't want all that in my algorithm. But yeah, the white women, like, married, not married. The kid could be 8, 18. It don't matter. I don't want all that in my algorithm. Hey, Necroverse, man. I feel you. You fighting for your people, man. You fighting for your people, man. Keep fighting, man. Keep fighting the good fight, man. Keep fighting the good fight, man. Necroverse, like, not us. Not us.
Just yelling keys to her. But even if she had keys in her hand, she couldn't give them to him. He was so busy punching her in the face that she just never had a chance.
Tonight, Daly City police say the suspect is in custody. Good evening. I'm Claudine Wong.
And I'm Mike Maybach. It happened late Thursday night. She was picking up food on her way home from work when she was assaulted right outside the Nation's Hamburgers, located in the Westlake Shopping Center.
New at 10, KTV's Betty Yu is live at that shopping mall after talking with the woman's family. Betty?
Claudine, her family says this wasn't an unusual stop for the 31-year-old victim. They say she came to Nations and was actually just a few steps away from reaching her car when she was brutally attacked. Nicole Malouf had just wrapped up her shift at a pastry shop Thursday night, part of her externship, when she pulled into this 24-hour Nations at Westlake Shopping.
Should have took your ass home, bitch. Press 1, man. She out here trying to run errands and shit. No, you voted. You voted. The way you voted, you don't get to run errands. You need to take your ass straight home after work. Press 1. I'm tired of this shit. You don't get to go run errands, be gallivanting all around town the way you voted. You voted for this shit. If anyone should know to have their ass in the house at night, it's you. You voted for this stuff. He said she had on a trans BLM shirt when it happened. Yeah, man, you voted for this stuff. You try to run around and run errands and shit.
They
At
say
night.
she came to Nations and was actually just a few steps away from reaching her car when she was brutally attacked.
Nicole Maloof had just wrapped up her shift at a pastry shop Thursday night, part of her externship, when she pulled into this 24-hour Nations at Westlake Shopping Center around 11:30.
On her way out, a guy just starts punching her in the face and just constantly yelling keys and just punching her. And she falls to the ground. She gets back up, and he keeps punching her until she's able to actually grab the handle of the restaurant.
Nicole's aunt, Tracy Tang, said the suspect ran off. Police arrived, and Nicole was rushed to the hospital.
They discover she has an orbital fracture on her face. She can't open her eye. Her chin is swollen. She has a huge cut inside her mouth.
Tracy has been like a mother to her ever since Nicole's mom passed away 4 years ago. She also lost her father when she was just 7 years old.
I know she's a little scared, you know. Even when I was at the hospital with her, she says to me, she goes, Auntie Trace, she goes, I'm glad
Yo,
you're here.
niggas is crazy. She don't look like an Asian, man. Niggas can just smell the Asian on you, man. We can just smell it, man. We can just sense it. I mean, she don't even look like an Asian. I had no idea her mom was Asian. That's crazy. She don't even look like an Asian. She looked like a white girl. That nigga smelled that Asian and just started punching. He just like, his hands just started flying. God, damn. That's crazy, man. Man.
Recently left her job at a child care center to follow her dream of becoming a pastry chef. She just graduated from culinary school earlier this month and is currently uninsured. To help with medical expenses, Tracy started.
You don't get to walk around uninsured, bitch. These liberal bitches don't get to walk around uninsured. Why do we have to pay for a liberal woman who was uninsured? You should have gotten insured. You voted to have the streets in chaos. You voted because when they find this guy, how many arrests you think this guy got? How many arrests do we think? Let's play a game, guys. How many arrests do this guy who attacked this glider tiger? How many arrests do this guy have who attacked this glider tiger? When it's all said and done with. $25. Yeah, I mean, he went easy on her, right? You know what I'm saying? He went easy on her. He actually took the car and ran off. At least that's what I heard. Hold on. Didn't he take the car? Did he take the car and run off?
Says this wasn't an unusual stop for the 31-year-old victim. They say she came to Nations and was actually just a few steps away from reaching her car when she was brutally attacked.
Nicole Maloof had just wrapped up her shift at a pastry shop Thursday night, part of her externship, when she pulled into this 24-hour Nations at Westlake Shopping Center around 11:30.
On her way out, a guy just starts punching her in the face and just constantly yelling keys and just punching.
A guy.
Punching her. And she falls to the ground. She gets back up, and he keeps punching her until she's able to actually grab the handle of the restaurant.
Nicole's aunt, Tracy Tang, said the suspect ran off. Police arrived, and
Okay, so he ran off. He didn't get the keys. He didn't get her keys. He didn't get the keys. He just beat her ass. Yeah, those type of guys get arrested a lot. The people that just attack women in public, for some reason, they get out all the time. So I said I would go 25. Yeah, I'd say 25 arrests. I'd say 25 arrests. When they find this guy, he's going to have 25 arrests, at least 25 previous arrests.
It just warms my heart that there's so many people, wonderful people out there. You know, even the anonymous donors that have helped out.
Nicole and her family are still trying to process what happened.
She goes, I didn't do anything anti-racist. I was just walking out of the restaurant.
News of the attack stunned shoppers at this busy strip mall.
I come here often.
Okay.
So that's why I was so surprised to hear that.
Ain't nobody attacking your ass. Ain't nobody attacking your ass, sister. You might get robbed. You might get robbed, but them dudes that just go around punching people, I just haven't seen a lot of stories. And I mean, I've been doing this for 10 years, almost 10 years almost. And I just don't remember a lot. Not saying it's never happened, but 90% of the time, the woman don't look like this. Press 1. 90% of the time when random attacker dude with 85 arrests that just been punching women in Times Square and fucking downtown LA for the last 10 years, 90% of the time the woman don't look like this.
Shoppers at this busy strip mall.
I come here often.
Okay.
So that's why I was so surprised to hear that this lady got, like, dang, beat up. That's cold. When I do come here, I'm usually not by myself, but I usually feel, you know, safe.
And Nicole is currently dealing with double vision and is looking at a 6-month recovery. Now, late tonight.
Man, so she a tiger and she got double vision? That's crazy.
Daly City Police told us that 2 days after Nicole's attack, about a mile away from here, officers responded to an assault, and using video surveillance and other evidence, they were able to identify the suspect as 30-year-old Mark Joseph Buada. He is
Mark Joseph.
Surveillance and other evidence, they were able to identify the suspect as 30-year-old Mark Joseph Buada. He is now facing multiple felony charges.
Mark Joseph Buada. Where is he? Can we get a picture of Mark Joseph Buada? Mark Joseph Buada. I don't know what the fuck that last name is. Support the channel via PayPal, Cash App, or the Super Chat. Support the channel, guys. Take the $5 challenge. Support the channel.
Local 10 News starts right now.
And off the top at 6 tonight, highway horror. A terrifying scene on the turnpike. A driver shot and killed in what detectives now believe was a deadly case of road rage.
Tonight, the victim has been identified and the search for the gunman is intensifying. Let's get right to Local 10's Leanne Mahone live in Miami Gardens with our top story. Leanne?
25-year-old Kendrick Lassane was getting ready for a road trip with his cousin and was on the way to go pick up some luggage when this tragedy unfolded. Now police want your help to solve this case.
Miami-Dade Sheriff's deputies are still searching for a shooter who they say killed a man on Florida's Turnpike Sunday night. Investigators identifying the victim as 25-year-old Kendrick Lassane. According to investigators, the Florida Highway Patrol responded to the shooting just after 7:30 in the Turnpike's northbound lanes just south of Northwest 199th Street. An off-duty Biscayne Park police sergeant witnessed a silver Hyundai driving erratically, then crashing into the back of a black Cadillac. When the sergeant approached, the passenger in the Hyundai said the driver had been shot. Lassane was pronounced dead on scene. Investigators say the black Cadillac was not involved in the shooting, but they believe this was likely some type of road rage incident. Police are now asking any witnesses to come forward. Lassane's family says he worked at Port Miami with his grandfather. He and his cousin had just left Miami, bound for South Carolina to visit family, and planned to stop in Pembroke Pines to pick up his luggage. Lassane never made it to his house, however. The shooting happened while on his way there.
I spoke to...
He said, this is 1,000% a son man. There's something, somebody just pull out a gun and shoot you in traffic. It could, don't get me wrong. We've seen cases of other races, but man, son men own this one. Like you switch lanes, you cut them off, or you don't see them in your blind spot when you switching lanes. It's just gonna kill you right there. It's just gonna kill you right there for that shit. Take your life for that. It's funny how the people that always talk about de-escalating, de-escalate, will kill you for driving too slow. You just kill your ass. Like you be driving, you'll just be listening to the radio, thinking about something, going like, 50 and shit. And this nigga pull up beside you and kill you. Press 1.
To Kendrick's aunt on the phone today. She says her family is just devastated and they have no idea why someone would want to hurt their loved one. If you have any information about who shot and killed Kendrick Lassane on Florida's Turnpike Sunday, you are urged to call the Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office. You can also call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We're live in Miami Gardens. I'm Leanne Morejon, Local 10 News.
Okay.
Now at 5:30, an emotional plea from loved ones. A 25-year-old man was gunned down while driving on the Florida Turnpike. This all happened late last night near Hard Rock Stadium.
And now Miami-Dade Sheriff's deputies are trying to figure out if this was a case of road rage. Good evening, I'm Jim Barry.
I'm Naja Sherman. CBS News Miami's Peter Dinch joins us live from MDSO headquarters. Peter, you spoke with the victim's aunt. What did she say?
Well, Naja and Jim, we just spoke literally moments ago with the aunts of Kendrick Lassane. They told us that he had come here from South Carolina 3 years ago and lately had been working in Port Miami. They said that he was on his way home to Broward County last night when he was shot. Outside their home, these three aunts tell me they are inconsolable after the death of 25-year-old Kendrick Javon Lassane. They shared these photos of him in happier times. The Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office says Lassane was shot and killed just after 7:30 Sunday night while driving his car northbound on the Florida Turnpike just south of the 199th Street exit by Hard Rock Stadium. Detectives say this may have been the result of road rage.
Well, at this point in time, it's a sad moment. You know, the family's mourning. We just want everybody to come together. Kendrick was a person, he came down. He lived in South Carolina, came down about 3 years ago. Very loving, humble person, quiet, always smiling. Don't mess with nobody.
The sheriff's office says Lecesny had a passenger with him when someone pulled up on his passenger's side and fired one shot, striking him. His silver Hyundai crashed into a black Cadillac SUV. Lecesny was pronounced dead on the scene. The sheriff's office says the suspect took off.
And we just want to say, whoever saw anything that was going on, who knows anything about the situation with this road rage, just please come forward. We're just trying to get justice at this time.
Lecesny's aunts tell me they are a close-knit family, and they say Lecesny was planning to visit his mother in South Carolina this week.
That we want justice for my nephew, that's all. Like, we just want justice. Anybody that know anything, just come forward.
Now, the sheriff's office says a passenger who was with Lecesny was not hospitalized. Right now, they say they do not have a description to release of a shooter or a getaway car or a motive in this case. But if you can help, call Miami-Dade Crime Stoppers at 305-471-TIPS. We are live in Doral. Peter Dench, CBS News, Miami.
Damn. There's literally nothing a nigga won't kill you over.
Now to this, an arrest has been made in a double shooting that happened outside of a bar in Pembroke Pines over the weekend.
And local 10 Syra Onward is live right near that scene with the very latest update that just is coming into our newsroom. All right, so they've made some arrests, right, Syra?
Christy, they finally did. They were looking for this shooter, and now a suspect is in custody. This whole scene playing out early yesterday morning here in the parking lot of Ricky's. Let me show you the guy that they arrested. This is the suspect that's behind bars right now. This is 27-year-old Clayton Hicks. Police say they tracked him down yesterday in Miami. He was taken into custody with the help of Miami-Dade Sheriff's Office and the FBI. So Hicks is charged with second-degree murder with a firearm. Let's take you to video now of the scene yesterday morning right after that shooting happened. Pembroke Pines police say it all happened around 3:45 a.m. in the parking lot here outside Ricky's Sports Bar and Grill. There were cars with bullet holes on the scene here during the investigation. That's where police say they found two men with multiple gunshot wounds. Paramedics rushed those two men to the hospital. One of those men died. The second victim is still being treated for his injuries. Also, this isn't the first time there's been a deadly shooting at Ricky's. There was another fatal shooting here back in April. So back out here live, Clayton Hicks has not yet appeared before a bond court judge in Miami-Dade County. So we'll be watching that. So we don't know if he'll be allowed to put up a bond or if he will remain behind bars pending this investigation. So we will stay on top of that. We're also staying on top of the condition of that second victim. Again, one man was shot and killed in this shooting. Another man, so far, at last update, we're told he's still being treated for his injuries in the hospital. So a lot of updates to gather for you today. I'll stay on top of it. But that is the very latest live here in Pembroke Pines. Syra Onward, Local 10 News.
Damn.
And when did this happen?
It's just now, literally just now.
Okay.
Just now. I'm in the house. I just heard it, and then my nephew ran inside. I heard cars pull out and everything.
Developing tonight, the 911 calls for a shooting where an 8-year-old boy inside of his home was hit. This all happened at an apartment complex in Castleberry, and you can hear the caller describe the moments it played out. And tonight, police are trying to find the person who pulled the trigger.
As WESH 2's David Jones reports, police say a man appears to have been the original target.
I don't know. I just pulled out and seen everybody show up, and they were carrying a little boy.
This young mother lives in this complex, Regency Oaks, off 436. She says kids play outside all the time.
And it's a friendly neighborhood, there's a lot of kids. They usually all hang out together. They ride their bikes up and down the sidewalks. There's a bunch of kids.
There were kids outside when
Methany, man.
Bunch of kids.
Methany. God, dog. That was a rough looking glider queen, man. I bet this was still some Sunmen. I bet it's still some Sunmen did this shit. I bet it's still some Sunmen that did this shit.
Kids.
There were kids outside when gunfire rang out here Sunday around lunchtime.
Sometimes all this, you see all this full of kids. You can see about 15 kids, a small kid.
The 8-year-old boy was shot while inside his apartment. Another gunshot victim police suspect was from the same scene showed up later at an urgent care. The little boy's family tells WESH 2 he's expected to be okay. Police say witnesses saw a car leaving the scene.
If they got shot and they lived through it, then we would do counseling for them because that's trauma to them.
LaTanya Smiley is a crisis counselor and victim advocate with the Victim Service Center, which works with local victims of gun violence and their families.
We can take them from 5 years and up as long as they understand what happened.
She says in similar situations, they'll first meet with the child in a specialized room meant to make them feel safe and comforted.
If they are able to relate to the counseling, then we will serve them. If not, we might have to outsource them to another agency that handles children therapy or children counseling.
David Jones, WESH 2 News.
All new at 6, a frightening road rage incident turns violent.
It really does. We came over here to show you this. Watch as one driver right here, look at that, right there, starts just throwing punches, kicks the other guy, and even at one point just shatters his phone. This keeps on going. Channel 2's Michael Seiden, live now in Sandy Springs for us. And Michael, the victim told you he's working with detectives now to...
Always, yo. Yo, and I get it. The backlash is here, man. The backlash is here. This is just the beginning, though. This is just the tip of the iceberg of the backlash. Whenever you hear about one of these videos, it's always a Sunman or always Shaniqua. Just beating the shit out of people, man. Just straight beating the shit out of people, man. God, dog. Just straight beating the shit out of that dude. That dude ain't even swinging back. The dude didn't even swing back. Like you could have just let him be. He wasn't swinging back. You could have let the guy be. You could have let the guy be. Instead, you just gonna beat the shit out of him and keep beating the shit out of him. People get tired of that shit, but people get tired of watching these videos of you niggas just beating the shit out of people for no reason and shit. This beating the shit out of people. with no fucking reason and shit. Jeez. These are chimpos. Chimpos control. Damn. The chimpos. Yo, people get tired of seeing these. I get tired of seeing these videos. I do, man. Like, damn, man.
All new at 6, a frightening road rage incident turns violent.
It really does. We came over here to show you this. Watch as one driver right here, look at that, right there, starts just throwing punches, kicks the other guy, and even at one point.
Like this guy, he looked like he about my size, right? And this guy right here, the other guy, he looked older. This guy's probably like 5'10". No, this guy's probably like 5'6". This guy looked like he about 6'2", 6'3", something like that, right? And this guy looks like he's much older. This guy's probably 35. I would say this guy could be 35. Anywhere between 35 and 40. And this guy's probably anywhere between 50 and 55.
We came over here to show you this. Watch as one driver right here, look at that, right there, starts just throwing punches, kicks the other guy, and even at one point just shatters his phone. This keeps on going. Channel 2's Michael Seiden, live now in Sandy Springs for us. And Michael, the victim told you he's working with detectives now to try and track down the guy we saw in that video.
And George, right now we're getting an update. In the last hour, we know that Sandy Springs police have issued a warrant for that man that you see there just pummeling that other guy on video. In fact, we know it all took place in the parking garage right over there where those condos are. Tonight, the victim who...
Why sound like he laughing? Why sound like he laughing, though? It sound like he laughing and shit.
Guy on video. In fact, we know it all took place in the parking garage right over there where those condos are. Tonight, the victim who had just pulled into that parking garage is sharing his frightening story. This is the moment a road rage incident in Sandy Springs turned violent.
I took several blows to the head here. I took one here and
damn, bro.
I got a nice kick here when I got thrown to the ground.
Justin Thompson says it happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I
look
whoa.
at all it took. And listen, this guy would have also killed him for this too. Think about it. Look at what it took for this guy to beat this guy's brains in. And just think about it. They'll kill you for this too. Some man will kill you for this. Watch this. He runs the stop sign. He's supposed to stop because these are the turnstiles. So he's supposed to always stop right here at this white line. He ran it, and now he wants to kill this guy. Think about that. How safe are you? How safe are you in a society where you have people like that who will run a stop sign, force you to brake, and then want to kill you? Like literally take your life for that. That dude, I did think Costanza, but that was a rough looking Costanza, man. I was like, Jesus Christ. I was like, Costanza was a little smoother than that. Think about that, man. A nigga will kill you for this. I mean, take your life and do 1,000 years in prison. A nigga will do this nigga's riding around in a sports car, and he will trade this in. This will happen, and he'll throw everything away and go live in a cage for the rest of his life. You gotta think about that. That nigga will throw everything away to live in a cage for the rest of his life. Because he ran a stop sign and you broke and you hit your brakes. And now he wants to kill you. I don't think y'all understanding that. I don't think y'all understand the magnitude of that. Press 1. I don't think a lot of people because I mean it's too much to grasp. It's too much to grasp. A lot of people don't want to grasp those type of things. A lot of people, you just want to take your kids to school. You want to watch your favorite TV show. You know what I mean? You want to plan your vacation. You want to catch up on the gossip in the family. You don't want to think that there's a gazillion niggas out here that will kill you over this.
I took one here, and I got a nice kick here when I got thrown to the ground.
Justin Thompson says it happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I speak, whoa.
How do you avoid the groin? Think about this. You talking about avoid the groin. Who said avoid the groin? How the fuck do you avoid this? He ran the stop sign. How can you avoid the groin? Yo, there's no way you can avoid the groin, man. Shout out to Rick Hampton, man. First sponsor of today's show. Appreciate you, Rick Hampton. Thank you for sponsoring today's show. He said, where is this? What happened?
It's off Hammond Drive.
Hold on. Let me see something. What happened? What happened? He said, what up, Op Nation? Working now, so I can't chill in the chat. Just wanted to show some love. Peace. Appreciate you, Rick, man. Showing love, man. Appreciate you, bro. Thank you for that, man. Always appreciate it, man. Daytime stream, man. Somebody said I ain't did a daytime stream in a while. I've been working hard on my website. How do he avoid this groin, man? I just don't understand how you avoid the groin, man. In this case,
It happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I speak, whoa, and he halts, he blocks it so I can't go any further. He gets out of his car, and so I get out of my car.
Thompson.
Think about that. Just think about that. They're a good 5 feet apart. It's not like it was a fender bender. Think about this, right? What this does is it puts in light. Who remembers the Milwaukee fender bender between the Sun Man and the off-duty cop? Who remembers the fender bender between the Sun Man and the off-duty cop? And the family had to come out and say that the cop acted, according to his training, and it was that their loved one was the one at fault. In that case, the Sun Man caused the accident. The Sun Man caused the accident in that case. In this case, the Sun Man ran the red light, forcing this guy to stop, but they didn't even collide. They are 5 feet apart, and he still wants to kill him. Whenever I have a revelation, and I've done this for a long time, whenever I have a revelation, that's bad. They're 5 feet apart. He could have just kept going. When this guy stopped, he could have just kept going. He didn't have to get out and check on damage or anything. Just the fact that I don't even know what to explain. Like, he was inconvenienced mildly, I guess. So now I have to kill you? Because trust me, he would have shot this guy if he had a gun. If he had a gun, he would have killed this guy. Press 1. If he had a gun, he would have killed this guy right on the spot.
It happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I speak, whoa, and he halts, he blocks it so I can't go any further. He gets out of his car, and so I get out of my car.
Thompson says the driver wasted no time getting physical, landing several punches before kicking him to the ground.
Honestly, just get away from me. Go home. I said that several times, like, just go. Just go.
He says the man started to walk away, but turned back after seeing Thompson reach for his phone to call 911. That's when he says the attack escalated. Thompson blacked out. When he came to, the suspect had smashed his phone, making it impossible to call for help.
I can't process that. I just couldn't think of being able to get that angry over nothing.
Tonight's
He said, I can't process that, being able to get that angry over nothing. I wonder what his take on immigration is. What do you think his thoughts on, like, the immigration, the National Guard and Democrats? What do you think his thoughts are on that? He said more soy jacks or shit lips. Damn, call that man a soy jack. Damn. What the fuck? I don't know what's going on with this thing, but it's like, yo, It's like a glitch and shit. I don't know what the fuck is going on. You said most soy jacks are shit libs. Yo, that's crazy. Let me see something. Let me refresh my screen right quick. Hold on, guys. Let me refresh my screen, man. I would contend that this guy probably is against them. He's against ICE. He hates ICE. I would definitely contend that this guy despises ICE. He despises the National Guard. He despises Trump. He probably thinks Jasmine Crockett has some really good things to say, but you know, her delivery is a little off-putting, but you know, she's still a very brilliant person and he has some great things to say. Jesus Christ. Wow. Hold on. Let me. Jesus Christ. Yo, this is a crazy story, man. And we're gonna get to the main event next, man. We'll get to the main event next. I'm just gonna start this from the beginning and play it straight through. I'm not even gonna say nothing. I'm just gonna play it straight through.
All new at 6, a frightening road rage incident turns violent.
It really does. We came over here to show you this. Watch as one driver right here, look at that, right there, starts just throwing punches, kicks the other guy, and even at one point just shatters his phone. This keeps on going. Channel 2's Michael Seiden, live now in Sandy Springs for us. And Michael, the victim told you he's working with detectives now to try and track down the guy we saw in that video.
And George, right now we're getting an update. In the last hour, we know that Sandy Springs police have issued a warrant for that man that you see there just pummeling that other guy on video. In fact, we know it all took place in the parking garage right over there where those condos are. Tonight, the victim who had just pulled into that parking garage is sharing his frightening story. This is the moment a road rage incident in Sandy Springs turned violent.
I took several blows to the head here. I took one here, and I got a nice kick here when I got thrown to the ground.
Justin Thompson says it happened around 8:40 Tuesday night inside the parking garage at Park Towers off Hammond Drive. Surveillance cameras show a red Corvette running a stop sign.
And I speak, whoa! And he halts, he blocks it so I can't go any further. He gets out of his car, and so I get out of my car.
Thompson says the driver wasted no time getting physical, landing several punches before kicking him to the ground.
Honestly, just get away from me. Go home. And I said that several times, like, just go. Just go.
He says the man started to walk away, but turned back after seeing Thompson reach for his phone to call 911. That's when he says the attack escalated. Thompson blacked out. When he came to, the suspect had smashed his phone, making it impossible to call for help.
I can't process that. I just couldn't think of being able to get that angry over nothing.
Tonight, Sandy Springs police confirmed they've issued arrest warrants for this suspect.
I just want him to catch him so he doesn't do it to somebody else.
Yeah, and again, I've been reaching out to Sandy Springs police trying to get a name, find out more about the charges. But again, all they've confirmed at this hour is that arrest warrants have been issued. As soon as the arrest is made, we will let you know. For now, we're live in Sandy Springs. Michael Seiden, Channel 2 Action News.
Damn. Damn.
Well, it happened Saturday night, and now the search for the suspect is heating up as students react to the news. Saturday on the campus of Johns Hopkins University.
The Hopkins dispatch is the one that called that in. We still need police officers to respond.
Baltimore police responding to an assault and attempted rape of a female student.
Almost all of us walk to class, and we're just looking to go to class. We're just going about our day. So this is really unfortunate.
Look here. This is the man police say is responsible for the attack.
Suspect 12 is the number 1 male, dark vest, dark backpack, 5'10".
Of course, the victim is an Asian. Of course, the victim was an Asian female.
To go to class. We're just going about our day. So this is really unfortunate.
Look here. This is the man police.
That nigga so oppressed, he walked onto the Johns Hopkins. You talking about one of the fucking most prestigious universities in the country. He walked on Johns Hopkins and just started attacking bitches. That's how oppressed and marginalized he is, man.
Police say is responsible for the attack.
Suspect 12 is the number 1 male, dark vest, dark backpack, 5'10". The victim is an Asian female, 18.
According to Hopkins police, the attack happened near the Decker Quad around 7:30 Saturday night. They say the victim was assaulted and fondled. The suspect then ran away towards Bowman Drive, where he was captured on video.
I think I got an email.
For Ann, a student at Hopkins, it's the first time she says she's seeing the face of the perpetrator.
I love how you have the picture, but we most of our description of the people that they're looking for is just a guy in black clothes.
Here's what was originally sent out to students by the university Saturday after the attack, only listing an unknown male. And a release sent out today, no mention of the suspect description or picture for students to be on the lookout for.
I'm also not very surprised because we get a lot of these emails. So it's just oh, this is just another day in the life of a Hopkins student.
Meanwhile, Metro Crime Stoppers is offering a $2,000 reward for the man seen in the images as the search continues. Concern at the university.
It could happen to any of us, which is why it should be taken really seriously.
Meanwhile, the university says they're fully cooperating with BPD in this investigation, and they've also added more public safety and police on and around campus at Johns Hopkins. Vincent Hill, Fox 45 News.
Damn. That nigga just walk around. That nigga just walk around.
Well, it happened Saturday night, and now the search for the suspect is heating up as students react to the news. Saturday on the campus of Johns Hopkins University.
The Hopkins dispatch is the one that called that in. We still need police officers to respond.
Baltimore police responding to an assault and attempted rape of a female student.
Almost all of us walk to class, and we're just looking to go to class.
The reason we're standing where we are, we're along Bowman Drive, kind of on the edge of campus, is because this is where police say the suspect ran to. They say the assault, the attempted rape happened in the quad, which is this way on your picture, and that he ran over here toward Bowman Drive and kept heading north. Tonight, as police keep searching for this suspect, they are asking for your help to find him. Johns Hopkins University students returning from fall break this week arrived to find an increased police presence on and around the Homewood campus. According to the JHU chief of police, the stepped-up patrols are part of the public safety response to the sexual assault and attempted rape of a student here around 8 p.m. Saturday. According to witnesses and security footage, after being thwarted by a passerby, the suspect ran off toward Bowman Drive. Baltimore City Police released images of the suspect they're asking the public to help identify.
I can tell you that the male, the suspect, is described as a black male, kind of tall, with mid-brown skin, light skin complexion, and possibly had an odor towards him, so he might be homeless or houseless.
He said he had an odor towards him. He kind of had an odor towards him. Holy shit. He almost had an older
Bowman Drive. Baltimore City Police released images of the suspect they're asking the public to help identify.
I can tell you that the male, the suspect, is described as a black male, kind of tall, with mid-brown skin, light skin complexion, and possibly had an odor towards him. So he might be homeless or houseless. So if you see anybody walking around that look kind of disheveled, don't really fit, call us, call 911, or call campus police.
According to city police, the unknown man approached a female student asking for directions, and as she walked away, he attacked her, threw her to the ground, and tried to take her clothes off.
There was a campus alert. I was absolutely shocked because it doesn't really happen that often.
Reaction from a trio of female PhD students who just finished eating lunch on the quad before walking back to their offices.
Usually, I feel pretty safe walking at night, at least on campus. But yeah, I think in the future, I'll just try to drive or take the shuttle at night.
Usually, if I'm starting to walk off campus, I'll call my parents or my partner or something just to try to keep me company if I'm walking on my own. We'll probably just start doing that more frequently, even between these buildings.
City police say exactly that. The buddy system is always a good idea if you're walking at night, no matter where you happen to be walking. There is a reward being offered by Metro Crime Stoppers in this case. And if you go to the WBAL TV app, you can get a closer look at those surveillance still images police have released and are hoping somebody out there will know the man seen in them. Reporting from campus tonight, I'm Kate Amara, WBAL TV 11 News.
Man. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm.
Right now, the search is on for a group of suspects police say attacked two people in a church parking lot Sunday morning just as Mass was letting out. The men.
Elite colleges, church, parking deck. Where are you safe? Where are you safe? Where are you safe? Yeah, a lot of those good schools got a bunch of Asian kids, man.
Right now, the search is on for a group of suspects police say attacked two people in a church parking lot Sunday morning just as Mass was letting out. The men were attacked outside Joan of Arc Church in South Minneapolis Sunday morning. The two victims went to the hospital. Raya Katene talked to a witness and police about the investigation. Raya?
Yeah, so Minneapolis police tells me in a statement tonight that in the wake of recent crimes targeting places of worship, the department has directed officers to provide more patrols around these places when they're not responding to 911 calls. Yesterday's attack at St. Joan of Arc was roughly 2 miles away from the Annunciation Catholic Church, something that's not lost on the witness I spoke to today.
Passing by the St. Joan of Arc Catholic Church in South Minneapolis, it's impossible to tell from this empty parking lot what transpired here not even 48 hours ago.
It was just so quick and so shocking.
But it's something Jennifer Restrepo is still processing.
I'm not used to violence. at all.
Minneapolis police say 2 men were attacked, one of them robbed, by 8 males who pulled up to the church parking lot in 2 gray vehicles a little after 8 o'clock Sunday morning. Church administrator Dennis Haney confirms the 2 victims are St. Joan of Arc employees.
Someone started to yell, "Get back, get back. Something's going on."
Restrepo and her husband were leaving Mass when she says she saw the group of men, whom she describes as possibly in their 20s or younger, wearing masks and hoodies, push one of the victims.
They were jumping around, waving their arms and jumping up and down with their feet like they were just celebrating. It was very strange.
That's when she says she saw the other victim on the ground as the suspects were getting.
Oh, shit.
Wearing masks and hoodies, push one of the victims.
They were jumping around, waving their arms and jumping up and down with their feet like they were just celebrating. It was very strange.
That's when she says she one of the victims.
They were jumping around, waving their arms and jumping up and down with their feet like they were just celebrating. It was very strange.
That's when she says she saw the other victim on the ground as the suspects were getting back into their cars.
They were sort of backing up so they could peel out, and I was terrified they were going to run him over.
Restrepo rushed to help him, letting him into her back seat as they waited for an ambulance.
I helped him up, and he had such a horrible lump on his head. I said, "You have to go to the hospital," and he was in shock.
Police say one victim was robbed of his wallet and suffered a head injury, as the other was hurt while ducking to avoid an object thrown at him. As she reflects on what she witnessed, Restrepo can't help but wonder if this could have been even worse.
The poor guy, he could have been killed.
I did speak with the church administrator on the phone today, and he tells me it's been challenging, of course, but they are working through it, and the victims are doing okay. That was really all he was comfortable sharing today.
Well, your heart goes out to all of that, but it was brave of her to run out there and grab the guy and get him in her car. Do we know anything about the age? What was the age of the men who were attacked?
The victims, one was a 57-year-old man and the other was 60 years old.
And the age she thinks approximately of the people that were attacking them?
On the younger side, she said possibly 20s, maybe even teens.
Teenagers. Well, your heart goes out to all of that, but it was brave of her to run out there and grab the guy and get him in her car. Do we know anything about the age? What was the age of the men who were attacked?
The victims, one was a 57-year-old man and the other was 60 years old.
And the age she thinks approximately of the people that were attacking them?
On the younger side, she said possibly 20s, maybe even teens.
Teenagers.
What does that bit of information tell you right there, man? What does that bit of information give you, man? What does that bit of information tell you? What does that bit of information tell you right there, man? See, take the challenge, man. Support the channel. Take the pledge. Support the channel. Men in their 60s getting beat up by men in their teens and 20s. What does that tell you about the crime, man? And they were jumping up and like they were having a great time. Jeez. Look at her face. She's like, damn.
That breaking news is in Orange County. In just the last 10 minutes, West 2 got new documents surrounding 23-year-old Jacoby Tillman. He's accused of trying to rape a woman on a trail, but was later given bond. Now prosecutors are trying to get him back behind bars and keep him there until trial.
And as Jesse said, within the last 10 minutes, we got those new documents. This is ahead of a bond battle in court tomorrow. West 2's Justin Shecker is live in downtown Orlando with this late-breaking information. Justin.
Michelle and Jesse, I'm still reading through the newly unsealed motion for pretrial detention. Essentially, now that prosecutors have charged Jacoby Tillman with an attempted first-degree murder, they want him to sit in jail until his trial. Let's show you some file video of Mr. Tillman. He was arrested 10 days ago on that attempted sexual battery charge. But in this new motion for pretrial detention, prosecutors essentially argued that the court was not aware of all the facts laid out in this new motion when the judge set that $9,500 bond. Now, in this new motion that the state has filed, they argued there is extreme probability that Mr. Tillman did commit the crimes he's been charged with. And also, this is a breaking new development. The prosecutors have filed another motion to classify Tillman as a habitual violent felony offender, and this would have an impact later on during sentencing, with the prosecutors saying because of that habitual violent offender status, the maximum sentence would be life with a minimum of 15 years in prison for that attempted first-degree murder charge. So again, we're just getting these new documents that prosecutors filed this morning. We know both State Attorney Monique Worrell and Sheriff John Mina were not happy the judge granted Tillman bond during his initial appearance. He is scheduled back in court here in downtown Orlando tomorrow morning at 9, and we should mention that hearing is before a different judge than the one who granted him bond last weekend. Covering Orange County Live in downtown Orlando, I'm Justin Shecker, WESH 2 News.
Unbelievable. Unbelievable.
Now to more breaking news in Orange County, where the man accused of trying to rape a woman on trial is back behind bars.
In just the last 45 minutes, we got our hands on the new mugshot of Jacoby Tillman, still wearing the clothes he had on in court this morning as a judge revoked his bond. WESH 2's Bob Hazen was in court as a judge handed down that decision.
That suspect came here to the courthouse with his loved ones, but they went home without him. He was taken back to jail, and before he left, he claimed he didn't commit the crime. While deputies were coming to put him in handcuffs, Jacoby Tillman spoke directly to the judge.
Hey, Judge, I have one thing to say. I didn't do it.
He said, I didn't do it. Investigators say Tillman is the man caught on surveillance cameras along Econ Trail the day a woman was attacked there in July. They say he grabbed the victim from behind, choking her until she lost consciousness. And when she came to, detectives say her shorts were gone. Deputies arrested Tillman on October 10th. His girlfriend allegedly told them that she recognized him from the video, and when she confronted him about it, Tillman, quote, told his girlfriend that he did not rape the lady, but instead said, I was trying to kill the lady. But even after his arrest, a judge let him get out of jail on bond. The hearing today was requested by prosecutors who said he violated the conditions of his bond by aiming a social media post at the now former girlfriend.
And in that text message, did he say, stop going to the news telling lies? You just mad because you ain't getting anywhere with this anymore? Yes.
Therefore, the motion is granted. Judge Vincent Chu did revoke the bond, and on the way back to jail, Tillman had a message for his family.
I love y'all, man.
Tillman is also facing a more serious charge now for attempted murder. Covering Orange County in Orlando, Bob Hazen, WESH 2 News.
Man, these stories are like unbelievable. So, had he just wanted to rape the girl, they were going to let him free. But the girlfriend was like, no, I recognized him in the video. And he told me that he didn't want to rape her, he wanted to kill her. He's like, oh, okay, well, that's different. Like, I just don't understand, man. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Jesus Christ. Shout out to Gouch Malone, man. Gouch Malone says, how can the nation daytime lies rule? Yeah, man. That one just stopped me in my track. I'm not even gonna lie to you, man. Like, salute to you, man. That stopped me in my tracks. That Southern man's gonna cry racism too. That Southern man gonna cry racism one day. That Southern man gonna cause racism when you get somebody fired and shit for racism. Appreciate you, Gouch. Fuck.
Tonight, 2 men behind bars in connection with the attempted carjacking and assault on a former DOJ staffer.
Fox 5 chief legal correspondent Katie Barlow speaking with the D.C. U.S. Attorney about what we've learned today. Katie, what'd she have to say today?
Hey, good evening, guys. So Anthony Taylor and Lawrence Cotton Powell, 18 and 19 years old, respectively, have now both been charged in connection with the assault on Ed Korstein back on August 3rd of this year. Both of these individuals, according to court documents, can be seen on video surveillance footage at a gas station with a group participating in a separate assault mere minutes before the group then headed toward 14th Street and Swan Street, where the incident with Korstein happened.
Just marauding around. No one else does this. You never see white kids marauding around, beating the shit out of people. Elderly people, old people, women. You never see Asian kids marauding around, just pummeling people in broad daylight.
Court documents can be seen on video surveillance footage at a gas station with a group participating in a separate assault mere minutes before the group then headed toward 14th Street and Swan Street, where the incident with Korstein happened. Now, both Taylor and Powell have been charged in connection with both assaults. Now, back on the early morning of August 3rd, an MPD patrol officer said that they saw a group of individuals assaulting Korstein. When the group spotted the officer, they fled. 2 15-year-olds were then arrested shortly afterward and charged in family court by the D.C. Attorney General's office. They were sentenced to probation. Today, D.C. U.S. Attorney Judge Jeanine Pirro homed in on 19-year-old Lawrence Powell's criminal history. In April, Powell was sentenced for felony attempted robbery, and he was ordered released by D.C. Superior Court Judge Carmen McLean, an Obama appointee. Prosecutors had asked that Powell serve jail time, but they were denied. Powell then violated his probation within 31 days and was rearrested for simple assault in May. Pirro's office then asked for probation to be revoked, but it was not. Powell was then sentenced on a misdemeanor where prosecutors asked for jail time again. Another judge suspended the sentence and put him on probation in July, 10 days before the incident on August 3rd.
Everyone in this room knows the amount of times we have rearrested the same individuals over and over and over again. Today's message is not new. Of course, it's frustrating for my police officers. Every single day, the expectation of this city is that they go out and police, right? And then when they keep arresting the same individuals over and over and over again, it's offensive to me.
Powell is now facing multiple charges, including first-degree robbery, for which he faces up to 15 years behind bars. Pirro also said that she expects other individuals that were a part of that group that night to be both identified and arrested.
Wow. I mean, just marauding around, beating the shit out of people. Wow.
Roman Ramos works at the tire shop off Research Boulevard.
At times when I open up the shop and I always look down here, I don't know what to expect or what to find.
On October 6th, he found a body. The woman, 43-year-old Mary Gonzalez, was lying in the woods behind the shop. Austin police say the night before, they pulled over a man named Enrique Gomez Urbina, a little over a mile away, for not stopping at a stop sign. Police say in his car, they found open Modelo bottles, a Glock, and ammunition. Back at the scene, surveillance footage showed a car matching Gomez Urbina's pull up to where the body was found about an hour before he was pulled over.
I think my husband saw our car come through. And that was after we had had dinner, so that was like late.
On the ground, investigators found Modelo bottles and a spent cartridge case from the same ammunition found in the car. The 21-year-old tried to run away, but was arrested and charged with murder and resisting arrest. His, quote, associate, 48-year-old Jesus Llanos Yanez, also tried to run, but was caught. He's undocumented and wanted by federal authorities in Mexico for a weapons charge. He's being extradited to Mexico. Gomez Urbina also illegally entered the U.S. on an unknown date and location. He has an immigration detainer pending the homicide investigation. ICE officials say, quote, President Trump and Secretary Noem will not allow criminal aliens to walk freely on U.S. streets. ICE will continue to prioritize public safety by arresting and removing alien offenders from the U.S. Gomez Urbina remains in the Travis County Jail on a $254,000 bond. Meredith Aldis, Fox 7 Austin Crime Watch.
Unbelievable. Jeez. On burritos, man. Finally got y'all on the board. You and Burrito should be thanking us, man. Y'all would be the face of crime in this country if it wasn't for us.
Look at this. This shocking video inside the Pittsburgh Zoo shows a man jumping the barrier at the elephant exhibit, taunting the animals as stunned families watch. Let's get right to Shelley Bortz, who's live outside Pittsburgh Police Headquarters with why police say it wasn't just reckless, but criminal. Shelley.
Yeah, Christine, police here clearly believe this wasn't just a prank. The Ohio man seen in that video is now charged after police say he climbed into the elephant enclosure, all for social media attention.
The influencers, they'll do anything for like views and stuff.
This is the moment Pittsburgh Zoo officials say Noah Thomas, seen here in the red tank top, jumped into the restricted elephant area, ignoring warning signs, not only putting himself in danger, but the dozens of families nearby.
don't understand what the youth are thinking right now, and I don't understand what their entertainment is. We're not watching it.
Families watched in shock as Thomas taunted the elephant just feet away from the fence, separating visitors from the animals that weigh several tons.
I wouldn't want my grandson to witness that.
The criminal complaint says the elephant began ramming the gate with its trunk, striking just inches from Thomas. After 2 strikes from the animal, Thomas is seen finally scrambling back over the fence and laughing, while his friend Adriana Marsco recorded the entire encounter on a cell phone. Investigators say the pair posted the video to Thomas's Instagram account, captioned "Professional gate jumper, almost elephant food," and "Pittsburgh Zoo survivor." It quickly gained thousands of views before police quickly jumped in.
I think that influencers think that they're like exempt from punishment and like things like normal people can do because they have like a following, and that makes them like a celebrity, and like they get to just do whatever, but like it's stupid.
Both Thomas and Marsco were eventually escorted out of the park and later tracked down through their car's Ohio registration and social media accounts. Meantime, police say if Thomas had been pulled through the gate, he could have been killed. Rescuers, too, trying to save him, which has people questioning how this was even able to happen.
Is there any kind of security anymore? Was there ever?
Now, the pair is facing trespassing and risking catastrophe charges for what police describe as a deliberate act, all for social media attention. Reporting live outside of Pittsburgh Police Headquarters, Shelley Boards, KDKA.
Oh, God, they can't even leave the fucking elephants alone. Son, man, fucking with elephants, too, man. Leave the elephants alone, son, man. I don't know what to tell you, man. Niggas won't even leave elephants alone, man. Niggas fucking with elephants, man. Old people, elephants, weak people, Asian women. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Jesus Christ.
Jimmy Washington tells us he believes his wife and daughter would still be alive today if Byram police had simply called off that chase and not went after the man who crashed into their car. Jimmy Washington says his family was ripped apart in the blink of an eye.
They're gone. I don't know what to say. I have no words really anymore.
Washington's 66-year-old wife, Deborah Washington, and his 48-year-old daughter, Shaylee Davenport, were both killed over the weekend. Police say it happened after the car they were riding in was struck by a man accused of stealing cigarettes and running from police.
A pack of cigarettes? You chasing a man down for a pack of cigarettes? Not having regard for human life? What if it was their family?
According to a news release from Byron Police, 62-year-old Antion Gray ran a red light around 10 o'clock Saturday morning near Robinson Road Extension. He struck the Nissan that Davenport was driving. Her mom and Davenport's 23-year-old daughter, Delisa Osborne, were both passengers. Osborne was critically injured but survived. Washington believes his daughter and wife would be alive today if Byron Police had simply called off that chase.
They done tore my family apart. My granddaughter in the hospital.
Why is none of his anger directed at the man who ran the red light? Oh yeah, because you can't get no money from him. But yeah, I mean, I understand this guy. He it's gotta suck, man. It's gotta suck. It's gotta suck, man. It's gotta suck. This is a horrible story. But and listen, it's a horrible story. I just wish that sometimes they would be mad at the person who was fleeing the police and actually crashed into their car while fleeing the police. It's like they're always mad at the police for chasing the person. They're never mad at the person for fleeing the police or being a criminal, fleeing the police, and then crashing into them while they were fleeing the police. Press 1. I wasn't really asleep on that last story. That last story just blew my mind. I was speechless off that last story. I was literally speechless off that last story. I wasn't sleeping. Speechless, man. Speechless. But I mean, this guy, he's in the throes of just abject. Yeah, the storm was fake. That was AI. The storm was fake. It was AI snoring. You know that, right? AI snoring.
Having surgery after surgery. She in surgery right now. She get released and all. She done lost her mother. My grandson there, his mother, my daughter, and my wife. Their life was only worth a pack of cigarettes.
Washington says his wife and daughter were killed as they were on their way to the grocery store to order a cake to celebrate his granddaughter's 24th birthday on Tuesday. Instead, as you heard there, she's in the hospital with multiple broken bones and an uncertain future. For now, we're live in South Jackson. Ross Adams, 16 WAPT News.
Man, oh man. It's been a good show, man. Salute to everybody. Let's end it off with with this rising crime.
Life after being shot 7 times in North Philadelphia in a dispute over noise. It happened on the 2200 block of North Broad Street. Police say the 20-year-old victim pistol whipped one person because he was angry over a loud argument near his apartment. A third person involved in the original dispute then grabbed his own gun and shot the resident. Investigators say the shooter was licensed to carry, but the victim was not. Police have not made any arrests so far.
Video shows the moment that police say an armored truck driver turned the tables on a pair of would-be robbers this morning. That driver was armed and fired several shots, forcing the suspects to take off on foot, and they have not been seen since. Friday afternoon, I'm Sarah Bloomquist.
And I'm Brian Taft. The big story on Action News today is the attempted armored truck robbery in Holmesburg. It happened just before 8 a.m. today, when those convenience stores are typically really busy with people out for their morning coffee run.
We know the driver was not hurt, but at this point it's unclear if any of the suspects were shot. Action News reporter Trish Hartman is live at the scene on Frankfort Avenue with the full story. Trish.
Well, Sarah, Brian, a witness told us today that those 2 suspects had masks on when they fled from the scene. Now, the windows and the door of this Wawa had been broken after this incident. They are fixed now and the store is open. That armored truck was parked right here in front of the store. Police said the 2 men tried to rob the driver of that truck, but the driver was armed and fired shots at them. Philadelphia police say 2 men tried to rob an armored truck driver around 8 this morning in Holmesburg when the driver, who was armed, fired shots at them. This surveillance video obtained by Action News shows 2 men approach the door of the Wawa on Frankfort Avenue with the armored truck parked outside. Then one man dives next to a trash can, and then both run towards the white car on the corner. Then they run down Meridian Street towards Torresdale Avenue.
I was on the phone and I heard the shots.
A neighbor told us he called 911 after hearing the shots.
When I looked out the window, a guy standing on the passenger side with the AR yelling at, I guess, the guy he was with, but the guy he was with already had ran.
The glass door of the Wawa was left shattered. Philadelphia detectives and FBI agents processed the scene and went from business to business looking for surveillance video. Police took this white Acura on the corner into custody, which had a bullet hole in the driver's side door.
I got a call saying there was some kind of shootout outside the Wawa across the street, which is really disappointing.
Nearby businesses on Frankfort say police are frequently called to this Wawa, but nothing on this scale. Folks we spoke with are concerned.
Especially when it's active shooting or something, anything can go wrong and people can run towards here, damage the cars, anything can happen.
And we reached out to Loomis for comment. So far, we haven't heard back. Police say no one was injured. Anyone with any information about what happened here is asked to contact Philadelphia police. We're live in Holmesburg. Trish Hartman, Channel 6 Action.
Case of self-defense. Now, we've learned that the suspect threw a brick through the front door window there, and that's how he entered, but he didn't get very far.
I'm sick of criminals. I've been held with a gun to my head, a knife to my throat. I have my shoulder broken. I'm tired of it.
Strong reaction from neighbors to an early morning break-in of a jewelry store in Canton that ended with a deadly shooting. WBAL TV 11 Investigates obtained surveillance video that shows the suspect, a 39-year-old white male, walking up to the door. The store owner does not want to be identified. A friend of his told us what happened next. The suspect used a brick to break through the glass on the front door. You can hear the glass shattering on this surveillance video. The friend says the owner lives at the location. He had been watching a movie. Armed with a handgun, he fired a warning shot, saying freeze. We're told the suspect ducked behind a display counter, and when he popped up, the owner fired again. This surveillance video captured the sound. The suspect stumbled out of the store onto steps. Police say he died.
I'm glad to hear that the person who's, working for a living and paying taxes is the one that's, able to wake up and see another day.
I'm glad the owner didn't get hurt. I'm sorry for the family.
It's a horrible tragedy all the way around. I think that basically when you hear about this type of incident, it underscores the fact that our small businesses in this community are often really vulnerable.
No charges have been filed. Police tell us it will be up to the city state's attorney's office to determine if any apply. Reporting live from Canton, David Collins, WBIL TV 11 News.
Breaking news, a home invasion leads to a man being beaten at a shootout. It happened in the 1400 block of East 65th Place. Chicago police say 2 people broke in, pulled out a gun, and beat a 26-year-old man. The suspects exchanged gunfire with a woman who was on the scene, then ran away. Both victims are expected to be okay. Police tonight searching for the suspects.
Well, it happened Saturday night, and now the search for the suspect is heating.
Well, salute to everybody out there, man. Great show, man. I'll be back tonight, man. Hopefully I have the website, everything fixed by tonight, man. I'll be back tonight, man. Great show. Thank you all you guys for coming through, man. Appreciate you. Hit the like button on your way out. If you haven't hit the like button, hit it on your way out. Same black time, same black channel. I'm out of here.